Good evening, everyone. What's up? I just ate a satisfying meal and topped it off with a measly dessert. This is Mr. Hotta speaking. Previously, there were a bunch of SpongeBob rants that I did just to have new videos just recently. Well, the time has come. Yes, sir, it's time for this long-awaited set of videos that was supposed to be made many months ago. It's on a show that many would have heard of, but not the newer episodes. This show, one might ask, is SpongeBob SquarePants, which has been running for over 15 years. This series of videos is the big countdown on the top 45 worst SpongeBob episodes from Season 4 and after. This time, it's 45. Almost 2 years ago, it was 25. However, there were many more bad episodes that were not put on the countdown, but now are. There are at least 80 bad episodes of all the episodes from Season 4 and beyond. To qualify, there had to be enough bad parts of an episode to make this countdown. There were 25 on the first, but there were enough episodes to expand this video by almost double. This was a thought in the summer of 2013, but it was delayed by well over 4 months due to many things. This is a second edition, and it's time to do this. The honorable mentions include good old What's His Name from Season 5, Waiting from Season 5, 2007, Rise and Shine, Season 5, 2007, The Krusty Plate, Season 5, 2007, and, now let's see. I know, Boat Smarts, Season 5, 2007. 5 honorable mentions, all from Season 5, making a total of 85 or more bad episodes. There were even more honorable mentions, and those include almost all the specials, which had potential but screwed up, especially Hello Bikini Bottom. I didn't bother to review it because it was just too confusing and long of a special or episode to even speak of. Krusty Towers, I'm sorry, but it had a bad ending, all because of Patrick. From Season 4, and a Flea in Her Dome from Season 5, etc. Warning, this is no ripoff of all the other top worst SpongeBob episode videos, and it's time for number 45 to get this going. Okay, then let's go. Number 45 is the original Fry Cook from Season 5, July 2007, which is a load of BS. So, SpongeBob makes a Krabby Patty with love, but a special guest arrives, putting everyone in a high excitement mode. Because it's Jim, the quote-unquote original Fry Cook. What? So he was there before SpongeBob? Since when? Yeah, that's a load of BS, because it was never mentioned in any other episode. Apparently he was on his way to his gold mansion. BS. For the first time in a while, Squidward is happy because he gets to see him, claiming that there was class during his time. Meaning, there's no class when SpongeBob is around. A flashback is shown to prove it, which is true. Under Employee of the Month was the best employee ever, which is Jim, which is not seen in other episodes. Jim, who worked for the finest restaurants in the world, makes a signature patty so darn quick that's not even explained how it's done. That's a sign of little effort just right there. The Jim Patty tastes so good to SpongeBob that he wants to learn how to make one. When he does, all the Krabby Patties are thrown out for not being perfect according to Jim. SpongeBob thinks he will be replaced due to all the attention that Jim gets, but is not because he is cheap according to Mr. Krabs, a quality Jim never had. In a flashback, that is why Jim quit, from not making enough money or being paid enough. Jim was such a poorly developed character, and he was never seen again. Another example of little effort there. Number 44, Squid Defense from 2013. I think that was Season 9, I think? In order to defend himself, Squidward must be taught karate by SpongeBob and Sandy. At first, he is vulnerable and sucks at it, but then in the middle of the episode, he gets the hang of it. Later in the episode, he defeats his enemy with karate, gets arrested for defending himself. The end. He doesn't even do karate in any of the other episodes. This episode is on the list for its bad ending. it was a good episode until the end. They ruined it. Number 43 is A Summer Job from 2010. It's the end of school, the time for Mrs. Puff to escape from SpongeBob. While attempting to, SpongeBob is so bothersome over a silly note. Then she crashes into the Krusty Krab while escaping. To pay for all the damage she caused, she must replace Squidward and work for no pay for the summer. SpongeBob is to help, but ends up annoying her to the point of Sandy making her rip up that note. Out of nowhere, a police officer arrests Mrs. Puff for littering. They don't want littering. In jail, hoping to be away from SpongeBob for years, she must take a boating class with the help of, guess who? SpongeBob. She screams, and the episode ends right there. That was all SpongeBob's fault. This episode went too far, way too far. Mrs. Puff getting arrested just over a silly little ripped note. Again, little effort. 42 is One Course Meal from Season 7, April 2010. Two simple words to describe this episode. Poor Plankton. He invades the Krusty Krab, creating a battle. It makes SpongeBob reveal where the secret formula is, but Pearl arrives, which terrifies Plankton due to that he's afraid of whales. She gets mall money and even those fake Mr. Krabs wacky bucks, but refuses to scare Plankton at the Chum Bucket due to how gross it is. When Plankton is back at the Chum Bucket, he sees a whale. In fear, he hides for 16 dreadful days, dreaming of a whale eating him. After it being so unbearable, he wants to be ran over, but SpongeBob rescues him, revealing that Mr. Krabs is a secret fear, and that he was the whale all along, scaring Plankton. In retaliation, Plankton attempts to punish Mr. Krabs using a secret fear. Mr. Krabs, who didn't even care that Plankton was going to commit suicide, does it for a little, but then sees whales and has to escape. It was just a projector, and SpongeBob rescues Mr. Krabs from his secret fear. It was funny how Plankton tortured Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs deserved to be punished this time. I usually feel bad for him when he's punished, but not this time. It was supposed to be a payback. At least SpongeBob behaved himself for the whole episode, so that's why this episode didn't make it far, even though everyone else would. Number 41 is Porous Pockets. SpongeBob thinks Patrick is mimicking a noise, but it's not him. Instead, it's a shriek from a clam. SpongeBob attempts to help it, but it gives him a pearl. SpongeBob, somewhat dim-witted as he was from Dear Vikings episode, does not know what it is. Patrick thinks it's a volleyball. When they play volleyball, a man notices the pearl and trades a small fortune for it. As the truck delivers a fortune, neither SpongeBob or Patrick know what to do with it. Patrick calls it Fat Snack Cabbage. I don't know why. Although they go to the mall, they don't buy anything with it, which I thought they would, because you can get a bunch of expensive stuff at the mall. Instead, they buy a life supply of strawberry gum. Who on earth would waste money on gum when you're that rich? Yeah, here's what ruins the episode. A citizen needs 8 cents for a sundae that costs $2.09. Apparently, another citizen does not have money and begs for some. One retard says, "I'll be your best friends." That's a load of BS. Later, Patrick is not allowed to see SpongeBob, but sneaks in by saying that one shoe is untied. When Patrick manages to sneak in, well, I will continue worst episode 41 in the next video. Look at the time. I gotta go to bed. See you on the next part of the countdown. Good night.